Saturday, May 27, 2006. Nighttime. In the African country of Namibia, a 7-pound baby named Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie Pitt is born. The first biological child of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, the hottest little bundle in Hollywood history.
Brad Pitt is the biggest superstar. Angelina is the hottest woman alive. The whole country waited for this, and it finally happened.
Shiloh is thought to mean Messiah, which comes as no surprise considering this baby was as anticipated as the second coming.
It's possible that this baby is an even bigger star than her Hollywood parents.
Ah, yes. This little tot is already on the fast track to being an A-list celebrity.
There was an insane media frenzy around baby Brangelina. From the moment that Angelina started showing, people just wanted to see pictures of her bump. This kid was famous in utero.
Before the baby was born, she was on over 50 covers of magazines.
Life and Style Weekly magazine dedicated 13 covers to the baby Shiloh bump watch. In Touch did 13. Us Weekly, 7. OK Magazine, 5. And for Star Magazine, the baby Shiloh story graced a whopping 16 covers.
Star was the first to raise the possibility of a baby Brangelina, and we did it last summer with this cover. Star has been all over this story. We have a reporter in Namibia right now. We had a photographer there. It's our job to find out what has been going on with baby Brangelina.
Because the Brangelina bump watch had become an international obsession. In fact, in January 2006, People magazine paid $400,000 for the first Preggers pic of Angelina.
She arranged for Wyclef Jean's charity to be the benefactor in this situation. Someone from that charity snapped the picture, and the $400,000 it went for went right back to Wyclef's charity.
And as the trimesters ticked by, the price just kept getting higher.
The picture craze sort of reached a frenzy when People magazine bought pictures of a very pregnant Angelina in the Namibian desert for $700,000.
It's so surreal.
And while pics of the expecting Angelina generated multi-millions, landing the first actual picture of baby Brangelina became the holy grail of celebrity photography.
The bidding war for this baby's picture went crazy. There was talk that it was going to be $5 million for a picture, $3 million, $7 million. The numbers were huge.
One of the highest bidders, the gossip gods at OK Magazine.
The baby picture is the picture of the year, the hottest picture of the year. We would pay in the millions for it.
That's right, millions for a single snapshot. But it's not just about shelling out the cash, it's about schmoozing Shiloh's mommy and daddy too.
We're talking to the couple directly and trying to get them away from snatched, grainy paparazzi shoots. We're trying to say, look, come here in a controlled environment and we'll print the beautiful first photos around the world.
But who's actually getting the picture? No one knows for sure, but word is People magazine has the inside track.
People magazine was rumored to have got the first pictures for $3.5 million, which was then donated to Angelina's favorite charity, UNICEF.
And if that's true, at $3.5 million, it'll be 6 times what Britney Spears was paid for the first shots of her little Sean Preston.
Having a kid makes everything so wonderful.
Any person with any kind of baby product is desperate to give truckloads of free stuff to baby Brangelina.
Everybody knows that whatever this kid touches is gonna sell like hotcakes, so that's why they're giving a lot of free things.
It's so important for baby companies to surround this baby with free stuff that they're doing it by any means possible. They are going through stylists, they're going through the parents' publicists, they're going through agents. So any person who's remotely related to Brad and Angelina is getting bombarded with stuff for the baby.
You're not kidding. Eyewear designer Parker G sent $500 worth of free baby sunglasses. Petite couture designer Bloom Love shipped her $1,000 worth of knitwear for nothing.
I'm happy.
And t-shirt designer CNC totally hooked her up.
CNC California has put together this fabulous package of seersuckers, delicious cashmeres, cotton gauzes, and all kinds of fabulous pieces to layer up. Baby Brangelina is going to be the first to receive all these fabulous pieces. The entire package is worth over $1,500.
And while Shiloh raked in thousands in free fashions, her nursery is getting hooked up too. The New York-based designer of baby interiors, Kimberly Hall, is sending everything she needs to trick out her baby room like mom's favorite place, Africa.
We're sending the baby a beautiful basket of gifts filled with all kinds of treasures that would remind the baby of Africa, including a Moses basket, a Moroccan embroidered stool, a lion-themed hat and bib, a handmade giraffe from Madagascar, a zebra pillow. It's worth approximately $2,200.
And you'd better believe every super chic stroller on the market is rolling right to baby Shiloh, all for free, including the world's priciest pram.
This is the $3,000 top-of-the-line Rolls-Royce of baby strollers that Silver Cross is sending. Baby Brangelina will absolutely feel like she is riding on a cloud. It was reported in a UK newspaper that Angelina was specifically interested in a Silver Cross pram. When we heard the news, we immediately sent one to her.
If Angelina even hints that she's interested in a baby product, the next day there'll be 20 of them at her door.
I'm very, very fortunate.
And if you think a free $3,000 stroller is over the top, you haven't seen anything yet. When the It's My Binky pacifier company heard Shiloh Nouvelle was on the way, they sent her a one-of-a-kind binky fit for a jewelry box.
For baby Brangelina, we are sending a very special pacifier. It's the only one in the world like it, and it's part of our new diamond collection. The pacifier is made of 14-karat European white gold, and it has over 278 individual white diamonds, totaling about 3 carats. Baby Brangelina is truly a royal baby. So of course we would want to gift the baby with the most expensive pacifier in the world.
And this freebie, it retails for $17,000. That's one high-priced way to plug a cry hole. During the 9 months Angelina Jolie was carrying Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie Pitt, this kid racked up some serious frequent flyer miles in her mommy's globe-trotting womb. The itinerary: Dubai, Haiti, Germany, France, Pakistan, Japan, Switzerland, England, the Dominican Republic, and finally, Namibia. More jet-setting than most of us will do in a lifetime, and she wasn't even born yet.
From the moment that little Shiloh was conceived, she was living a fabulous life.
Baby Brangelina has got to be the most expensive, elaborate birth in celebrity baby history. This birth could have cost upwards of $1 million when you consider the private plane on hand, the security guards, the round-the-clock doctors, and the private location.
No expense was too high, no travel plans too extreme, no delivery room too deluxe. All to make sure baby Brangelina had a birth that was beyond VIP. Starting with the location. Yeah. To welcome Shiloh, Brad and Angelina set up camp in the African paradise called Namibia at the legendary Burning Shore Resort, a chic oasis on the desert coastline. With 12 luxury suites with jacuzzis overlooking the ocean and personal dune buggies to cruise the world's largest sand dunes. And for baby Brangelina, the entire resort was shut down just so she could be born into her own personal African paradise.
They rented out the entire Burning Shore Resort for 2 months. It was $325,000 just to have a place for this baby to be born.
We want to do something new and different.
But renting out a fancy hotel for a newborn, that's just the beginning. Mom and Dad also flew in a highly paid entourage, including a nanny, a private chef, and a team of top-flight international doctors.
Brad and Angelina spared no expense when it came to their medical entourage.
Dr. Jason Rothbard, Angelina's personal obstetrician, was flown in from Los Angeles and delivered baby Shiloh at the Cottage Mediclinic Hospital.
Brad and Angelina decided to celebrate the birth of little Shiloh in classic Angelina fashion, which was to give $300,000 to 2 Namibian maternity hospitals.
But the best thing about this kid's A-list birth? Total protection from the paparazzi. Because Mommy and Daddy spent major bank to turn the Burning Shore Resort into a high-security compound, including a no-fly zone over her hotel, shaded screens around the property, around-the-clock private security, and local police stationed at all hotel entrances.
Most celebrities have bodyguards, but this is over the top. There were at least 10 bodyguards on call at all times for the baby.
And then there was Shiloh's secret weapon, her tough-ass baby bodyguard named Mickey Brad. His specialty, the ancient martial art of paparazzi whoop-ass.
Mickey Brad is Angelina's longtime British bodyguard. He used to watch over Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. This guy is seriously tough. At one point, he was even arrested for murder.
A photographer actually dug a ditch to try and get a picture of Angelina when she was pregnant. Mickey caught the guy right in front of the kids.
But if you think Shiloh got a serious first taste of VIP treatment in Africa, wait till you see the luxurious home life waiting for her back in LA.
Check this out.
When baby Shiloh makes her triumphant return home to Los Angeles, she'll have a whole array of estates to choose from because her father Brad is a real estate connoisseur.
First, she's got Dad's $4 million oceanfront Santa Barbara.
Story had rape in it to wake her up. So what? It doesn't really matter. We change a lot of stories to make them suitable for family audiences or for children. That's also a reason why when it comes down to Bible stories, we tend to leave out all the murders or the genocides or the people dying in the flood and focus on the nice things.
And here's a way for you to support those Gnostic gospels that we find in Disney.
Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
And also gift items relating to Maleficent, produced by the Disney company. That doesn't really prove anything other than we live in a capitalist society.
It's really just another clear-cut example of how Disney gets its filthy paws on your children. And not just on your children in the way they dress, but the way they think.
So Disney's evil, Angelina Jolie as well, and Maleficent is evil because of what it does. And it's about controlling people and manipulating children, and so it must be bad because it's taking people away from your kind of belief system. or it's just a film based on previous stories, and Disney is mass producing stuff relating to it. And next he talks about Vietnam and how America got involved in Vietnam, and he talks a bit about Henry Kissinger and Angelina Jolie.
Position now among the elite, working with the UN and connected to many of these Illuminati organizations. Isn't it interesting that she continues to adopt children from Vietnam and Cambodia?
So mixing fact and fiction to try and make something sound more real. She does work for the UN, correct. She does adopt kids, that's true too. And so we're meant to just accept that middle bit. She's involved in Illuminati groups. Evidence, please.
And this is her with her child. That's right, Maddox. She named him Maddox. Is this kind of a clever wink and a nod to that New World Order system?
Oh my God! So it's a conspiracy because of a kid's name. Maddox Pitt Jolie. So you make a few skittish connections, which really aren't connections, and you consider that to be evidential? Oh, a kid's name. Oh, where the kid's from. Henry Kissinger. Vietnam. Disney Corporation. Bullshit.
What's that smell?
You're even willing to accept stories from gossip magazines as evidential?
Oh, that would be me. I've been swimming in raw sewage.
Remember this one in a New York Times op-ed explaining her decision to have both of her breasts surgically removed even though she doesn't have breast cancer.
So a woman with a high potentiality for developing cancer, and this year 2015 she decided to basically have her ovaries and fallopian tubes removed as well. It's worth pointing out that she lost her mother and her aunt to cancer, and it was in fact considered to be something which was hereditary anyway. The development of cancer in the breast would have happened sooner or later, with the increase of those odds that she would get it as time goes on. And the reason why she had her ovaries removed and her fallopian tubes was because she actually got screened, and the doctors believed they had potential evidence which pointed towards the early beginnings of potential cancer. And she stated that one of the reasons why she wanted to have it done was not only to live longer herself, but to actually see her adopted children have their own children, as well as being very open about it, because many women die prematurely because they're afraid to get surgery.
It's an expensive act of self-harm. Self-harm is often associated with a history of trauma and abuse, including sexual abuse and incest, usually in secret, and victims of sexual abuse and incest usually self-harm to cope with difficult or painful feelings.